Hello and welcome to Smitty's. I am a wood cutting fanatic who loves to run a chainsaw. I run alcohol chainsaws, ported chainsaws, I race chainsaws, and I even run the occasional vintage. Now remember, I cannot do this without you. You're everything to the channel, so please remember, subscribe, give that thumbs up, leave that comment. Today, we are going to have a lot of fun. How you doing? Hey, if you're seeing this video, that means you've achieved something for the first time ever on this channel. That means that you've exceeded 200 thumbs up on a video. Congratulations. So here you go. Today, we are going to reveal Mr. E, the grind. We're going to see what that grind can do in wood. If you're not familiar with it, it is a special grind that I came up with for a test. I was curious to see what the side plate of the tooth, what kind of effect it has on the chain. And through some time in developing it, kind of coming up with ideas of how to test it, and that's the grind that I came up with to kind of test a theory I had. I've been curious to see what the side plate really does in the cut, what it does, how it feels, and all sorts of stuff. Now, Mr. E, my grind, my special grind, it's called Mr. E, or Mystery, however you want to look at it. It's a mystery to us. We don't know what it's going to do yet, right? We're going to get to check it out on this video and see exactly what happened. Well, I guess you guys are happy to hear that, we got the thumbs up. Practice is over. We got it. We got the 200 thumbs up, right? Well, like I said, that's practice for what's coming. But like I said, the thumbs up challenge, that was practice, because we're going to do it again. I'm putting a tremendous amount of effort into this, trying to be as detailed as I possibly can under the circumstances that I'm in. And all I'm asking is for a simple thumbs up. I'm going to move you straight in to the Mr. E chain, and we're going to make some cuts with it. We're going to get to see how it actually performs in the wood. And you're actually going to get to see kind of a comparison of that chain versus the chain that I sent down to TW. I told you I was sending it out to somebody out there in YouTube land. I sent it down to TW at Dub's Shawl Shop, and he is giving it a try. So if you're not familiar, I ground up a chain. It had no testing done to it, no comparing. I have no idea how it actually compares to any chain out there. I just liked the way it felt. So I sent it down to TW for him to check it out. He can compare it to some other chains if he wishes, or he can just run it. He can do whatever he wants. He's more than welcome to do whatever he wants with it. Really, it's his chain now. He can do what he wants. I just sent him something that I like the way it felt. But whether or not it's fast or not is a whole other story, because sometimes it can feel fast, but it's really not. And you never know until you test it. But you're going to get to see a comparison of Mr. E, the mystery grind, to that chain that I sent to TW. It's going to be on this video. Grind I sent to TW is on a 16-inch bar. So whenever you see the 16-inch bar, you'll know which one it is. I'll throw some times up there or something. We'll get a comparison. How about I do that? We'll do a timed comparison between the two chains. We'll go with Mr. E and the one we sent TW. We'll see how much of a time difference there is between those two chains. Which one do you think is going to end out on top? Never know. But here you go. You ready for it? It's coming at you right now. Here it goes. The mystery grind. Ready? Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Did you hit the thumbs up? The mystery grind. No, it was not faster, but were we expecting it to be faster? Really? There was no side plate. If you didn't need a side plate, what would be the point of having one, right? Whenever you hear about grinding or filing into the gullet, more gullet or less gullet, sometimes you can take too much. This is kind of our experiment of what happens when there just is no gullet whatsoever. And we do know that the side plate definitely does something in the cut. I could tell instantly that the chain had a significantly less self-feed feature to it. It was almost non-existent. I could have sat that saw on that piece of wood, pulled the trigger, and it would have barely gone through it. I had to push it through. It wasn't going to do anything on its own. It was entirely up to me to make that sure that thing cut through the wood. So the side plate must have something to do with the self-feed of the chain. It must, right? If I eliminated it to the point that I did and tested it without a side plate and it didn't really go anywhere, it didn't want to go anywhere, I had to force it through the cut, then it has to do something with the self-feed of the chain through the wood, right? That would be my assumption. And another thing, it was slower, right? It came up 2 seconds slower. So the side plate of the chain must have something to do with the speed in which the chain cuts. It has to, correct? If it was 2 seconds slower without it, then it has to have something to do with the speed of the cut. That is my take on it. Now, the chain did cut smooth, so if you were expecting it to be super grabby or anything like that, no. It was not super grabby. It was actually a good, smooth, clean cut with a 25 thousandth raker. So there's another thing we can learn. The side plate has something to do with how grabby a chain can be. A lot of that has to do with the side plate, right? How much of a hook we put into it and stuff like that. That has to do with the side plate. So there's another thing we've learned with this chain. It is not faster. It definitely has something to do with the speed of the chain through the wood. And it also has something to do with how grabby the chain is in the wood and how aggressive it feels. So we just learned 3 things by eliminating the side plate and doing a test run. 3 things we just learned. And we also learned one other thing. It's important to put thumbs up on a video, right? Because now you get to see this and we get to learn, and we're going to come back to doing more videos like this one, experiments, just to see what happens if we do something wild and crazy and off the charts. We're going to be doing more of this, so I hope you enjoyed, and make sure you hit that thumbs up down there, make sure your subscription's in, and hey, I hope we see you on the next one. All right, later.